I'm Sophie Harris, a third year wildlife, environment and conservation student at UWE, and today I'm going to tell you about why I didn't think higher education was for me and why it turned out that I was very wrong. So I started doing my GCSEs and they went really well for me. I worked really hard and I got into the school that I wanted to go to. But when it came to A-levels, I completely crashed. I was exhausted and I didn't understand what the exam boards expected of me. So I really decided to rebel against the system and not go to university, which was fortunate because I wanted to be an RAF pilot, which didn't require you to go to university. But after not getting in for the role that I wanted, instead of deciding to go for a different job, I really thought about what I enjoyed in life, what my passions were, and spent some time exploring those areas. So I've always loved wildlife. And after school, I decided to spend some time in some different areas, gaining work experience. So I volunteered in a wildlife hospital, in a vet's, a zookeeper for a year, I worked in a pet shop, and none of those really interested me as much. So I was lucky enough to go on an internship to South Africa for 6 months, which is where I found my passion. And that was researching an endangered animal called the pangolin. Now, in order to become a researcher, you have to have a degree. So I knew that I was going to have to apply for university, but this completely changed it because it gave me a purpose. So I applied to university, I got accepted 2 days later, which meant that this was 3 years after I'd left school, so I was 21. But being a bit older hasn't made a difference so far, other than the fact that when I started, I was really nervous. My confidence was so low from my A-levels, but after receiving a 76 for my first piece of coursework, which is a first at university, it really gave me the confidence and made me realise that I was doing the right thing for me. So my advice to sort of people going through this is don't rush to go to university. Take your time, look at the universities themselves, but also look at the courses. There's so many more courses than are offered than in school. So my course, the closest thing was biology when I was at school, and it's completely different. So look around at the universities, look around at the courses, and make sure you go at the right time on the right course at the right university.